Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
People always tryna put me down on the ground, but I always be jealous cause I'm the right in their mind. In their minds, screw up with me, boy, don't go right in their minds. Come on at me, boy, there's a fight in their minds.
Who will close out strong right here in the Philippines Football League as we bring you our midweek mid-table clash. It's Manila Digger FC and Taguig FC squaring off right here at the historic Rizal Memorial Stadium. And thank you very much for catching the action on our various platforms. There's pfl.org.ph, Blast TV, Premier Football, and Premier Sports. And this is Claro Manzano bringing the commentary for this match. Taguig hopes to strengthen its bid for a top 5 finish again against this dangerous Manila Digger FC squad. As we take a look at the standings right here, number 6 at number 7 ang mga koponan natin sa itong matchup. 25 points for Taguig FC of Coach Giovanni Villagracia, and we've got 21 for Manila Digger of Coach Pong Liman. They've played 12 games each already, so they're playing their lucky number 13 or match number 13 respectively when we look at their count. And Manila Digger, their goal, of course, is to finish with as many points as possible because they want to show and be a contender heading into the next season or susunod na season. The best case is that they could finish 5th place, but with the superior goal difference of United City FC, we could realistically say Digger from 7th. Pwede pa mag-improve hanggang number 6. Yung Taguig FC, again, as we said, hinahabol ang number 5 or making it to the top 5 again. They can get a maximum of 6 points when we include this game also. But let's zoom in on our two squads at the moment and see what is there in store. And for Manila Digger, they're coming off that sensational 7-0 win versus DB Garelli United and that 2-1 close-fought win versus Philippine Air Force. They've shown us a lot of character this season, itong Manila Digger squad. They figured in close games, so medyo experienced sila. They've been there and done that in close scenarios. As we see, Daiki Jahana, one of the players to look out for dito. And there's Eric Giganto, as we know, a homegrown player. It's a new team, Manila Digger in the PFL, but Eric Giganto is not new to the PFL because we do know him, of course, as that veteran who's been able to deliver. And he's one of those big cogs for Digger again, as we said. And let's head over to Taguig FC and assess how they've been doing as of late. And there you go. They are coming off that big W versus Loyola FC. And with this victory, of course, or they're coming off some big results. Loyola FC was not their matchup, but it was that 2-all draw versus United, where Stefan Track just lifted his team up because Kevin Ingreso was shown a straight red card for complaining over a non-call. So that UCFC win showed us what Taguig FC can do, because they were down, but they refused to wilt, as we are eventually going to take it to our pre-match ceremonies. There's Stefan Truck again. He'll be manning the midfield kasi suspended si Kevin Ingreso dahil straight red card nakuha niya. Another player is Eric Galliantes again, who plays left back for the squad of Coach Giovanni. He's been a force this PFL, a two-way effort bilang fullback, helping out on defense and offense. But once again, it's Manila Digger and Taguig squaring off here. At ito na mga team captain natin. We do have Minky Shin for Manila Digger, the Korean again, as I corrected myself in the previous game. At si Nano Amita, a proud homegrown player here in the Philippines and a veteran. As we take a look at our match officials, si Clifford Daipuyat ay ang referee, si Relly Balila at Paul Galicia ang mga assistants. So linesmen, si Segundo Salurio III ay ang fourth official, si Gerardo Andres ay ang referee assessor, at si Karin Ann Kaliway ay ang ating match commissioner. The toss coin done and dusted here, and we'll head on to our final huddles again, respectively. And here's the starting lineup for the squad of Coach Pong Liman at Manila Digger FC in that 43 as expected. Expect Giganto, Shin, and Jahana to pull the strings for them, while Pinheiro is a dangerous scoring force who is continuing to make his return mula sa injury. At nandun din si Ashley Flores, isang veterano. Expect him to create scoring opportunities or even find the back of the net. Lipat naman tayo dito sa Taguig ni Coach Giovanni, naka 4-4-2 formation. This is one of the common formations that they would use. At wala nga si Kevin Ingreso, so Stefan Track will be in the middle as opposed to his wing position. Andres Aldeguer, the youngster, is in front again here. But Digger will kick off this match in their yellow and black uniforms Taguig FC are in their all-white. Nakaputi po sila. So dilaw nga ang uniforme ng Manila Digger FC as Sanction John kicked this one off. Let's see how they'll be able to start this one. A strong start again could just make or break your game. And strong start because Taguig won it quickly. Wala kay Naoto Hiraishi and was floored in the process. Pero nagsorry kaagad si Ashley Flores. Naiwan lang dito si Darwin Regala. Or he couldn't just control that side of the pitch. And this is something you do not want to give. Ayaw nyo to ibigay sa Taguig set pieces or free kicks because Stefan Schock can put the ball in dangerous places. Nano. That ball towards the middle but it was cleared off. Schrocky. Yung header niya pumunta kay Nano. Binalik dito. Stefan Schock, once the team captain of the Philippines. They'll switch it up. They'll only get the feeling out process now because of that quick foul that was given up. And with what we were saying with Stefan Schock being able to put the ball in dangerous areas, he does have 15 assists in counting so far. He made 1 assist in that draw. As it's picked up here, he made 1 assist in that draw versus United City FC. As it's on now to their goalkeeper ng Manila Digger FC, Yoyak Kuriyama. And he's common the man who is in charge again, or the number 1 at the back for the team in yellow. As Custodio will get this going, we did see he took over Taguig's social media page today on this game day. A few weeks back, it was also Patrick Grog. So again, Taguig hopes to strengthen its bid for a top 5 finish this season. But Manila Digger are a very dangerous team. Kaya did secure the title with a game to spare. They will be playing this weekend versus Loyola FC. As this shot was no good. You could say it was a shot, arguably. Let's look at it again right here. Nano finding Naoto. Maybe you could say it was a cross actually, with his intentions. So Kaya secured the title again, but positioning not yet finalized. Kasi may mga laro pa tayo today and this weekend. The goal again of Manila Diggers to finish with as many points as possible and as high as possible. Mathematically, they can finish in 5th place, but it's an uphill task because their goal difference is only +7. And yung goal difference ng United City, who do have 27 points in 5th place, is a whopping 30. So medyo alanganin dun, but if you're still mathematically in it, teams will go for it. Taguig with promising combinations. Custodio was trying to give offense at the back because he was once an attacking player again. He was only converted in the pandemic, which is very recent. Minky Shin. It appears that there was a high boot, so it goes their way. Referee Clifford Daipuyat did see something going on there. He couldn't secure this ball. Oh no, not the high boot, I beg your pardon, but seems like Nano was being too physical. Tahir with his veteran moves just let this one go to Quincy with no doubt. But with what we said for Digger, lipat naman tayo sa Taguig FC. They want to prove that they belong in that elite level of the Philippines Football League, even though they are just in their first year. Because they are playing again with a great number of experienced players. A lot of national team experience too. This one is off of Daniel Ashley from the looks of it. Aldeguer trying to get inside. Naghanap ng kakampi. Nano. Still Nano taking a fall. Sabi nga ni referee Clifford Daipuyat, stand up, get up. Check na natin ang replay dito. You be the judge here. There's a bit of a hold from what we saw from Darwin Regala. But was that enough contact? We will see. Or you be the judge there. But Clifford Daipuyat said, get up, but is this an own goal? Muntik na dun. You're flirting with danger with back passes like that as Rocky will try to capitalize. Rocky still getting inside, sends it, and they get the opener there. Want a gig, do it in style. They punish Manila Digger. Kuriyama avoided that own goal, but the way they were so deep, Want a gig punished them because they want the ball in their in the deep part of their attacking end, and they punished Digger. Both new teams, pero yung mga player nga ng Taguig, mga veterano, halos. And with that goal of Tsukasa Shimomura, he has 20 now, but we saw there Kuriyama kept it out. But with the way they were so deep, Shraki brought it through the middle already here, attracted attention as he does. Tsukasa Shimomura just sent this one in. Well, here's Digger trying to get back quickly. And with that, there is a corner kick. And Coach Pong Lehman Scott will try to bounce back quickly. Kailangan nila bumawi, syempre. And here's Daiki Jahana. Sabi nga natin kanina, player to look out for siya. The Japanese midfielder. As they will send this one in. Jahana. The ball was sent back in, but it was denied by the defense. Groggy hits the floor here after that push from Dean Ebarle. Yellow card ang tawag dito kay Ebarle. Ebarle did not want to allow Grog to unleash himself. Kasi alam natin mabilis si Patrick Grog. Not just a fast player, but also very creative with his footwork and ball control. Custodio kay Gallantes. Hirik, may pressure mula kay veterano Ashley Flores. Quincy Camarad. That drive is on here for a clean sheet. He has 2 based on the records that we have here. We'll assess the forms also in the journeys of these 2 teams throughout the course of this game also, as they couldn't give it to Shrek. It's in the middle now. Flores versus Gallantes. They're giving us a matchup here, and it goes the way of Gallantes and Taguig. But Manila Digger has been able to show us quality football ngayong season. They narrowly lost out to the likes of Kaya, United City, Stallion, Cebu, and Davao. And if you can put up a performance against teams on that level, then that means you are competitive. As Custodio just ran into Regala, who did essentially get a stop there. Veterano din, tandaan nga natin si Darwin Regala, as Aldeguer did get to pressure them, pero goal kick dito. But hold on, referee Clifford Daipuyat was pointing to the corner spot. We were just awaiting the signal from the linesman, pero sabi niya, corner kick ang tawag dito. Let's take a look. Oh, it was the back pass, so Aldeguer did not touch it. Daniel Ashley was asking for support. Ito si Grog. Just stopped by Regala, a clearance. You get the stop here, but Digger have been struggling in this game. As Mahmoud Ali sent this ball to the grandstand. We did have a ball in the grandstand also in that Kaya versus Davao game. Yung huling laro nga ng yung Taguig and UCFC was last weekend. And that was a draw that Taguig snatch. Kasi down to 10 players yung Taguig nun dahil na red card nga ulit si Kevin Ingreso, a straight red card. So he is missing in this game. But that 7-0 victory of Manila Digger versus Don Bosco Garelli United is their biggest win of the season so far. At itong 7-0 result was the first time actually that Manila Digger racked up a clean sheet, because in their games wherein they won, they've conceded. In fact, the clean sheet was secured by Kuriyama and Gasik kasi hati sila sa oras, 45 minutes each in that game. Custodio kay Gallantes. Gallantes pa rin. Could he split the two? So far, so good, but he couldn't make it three because there was that well-positioned stop. Mula kay Janmar Barcenilia. Flores. Chahana, they'll try to break down the opposing Taguig midfield. There's that foot race, John. John was just floored. And Custodias excelled and has been promising in his center-back role at offside nga dito si Grog. Medyo mahalaga din itong laro because Tsukasa Shimomura is in the Golden Boot race, or yung top scorer race natin. As there's a call again, but it goes Taguig's way. Shimomura now has 20 goals because he scored the opener earlier. A very early goal here. So that was a perfect start for them. And let's remember that Harvey Gayoso is the leader. As we see our shots now, it's 2-0. As this looping ball was no good. Let's take another look here. So it came off a defender. Shimomura chested it well, pero nandun yung defender si Daniel Ashley. So Shimomura, you could say he's chasing the Golden Boot Award. He trails Harvey Gayoso by 3. But Gayoso will not suit up in the next game of Kaya FC because they did announce again before their matchup last weekend that he would be leaving the team and would transfer to another squad. We can presume it's overseas. So we could say Harvey Gayoso is technically an inactive player now in the PFL. So in the top 3, in fact, si Shimomura lang yung active player as Nano gave it to Naoto. Nandun din yung Iranian connection last game for Taguig with Zabihita here at si Milad Begandom. Pero Begandom, as we know, is not starting. He is on the bench. Pero yung Japanese duo ni Coach Giovanni nandito as Regala clears this one. He stopped the ball intended for Hiraishi. Hiraishi's parents again did visit from Japan and they saw him score a hat-trick. That hat-trick was against Don Posco Garelli, where again, that's the biggest winning margin in the PFL. They won a whopping 17-0 yung Taguig FC. Sits with Caliantes on the left. That's where he's been very serviceable for this squad. Amita versus Chahana. Two well-skilled midfielders, Chahana. Basta mano on nano. Kaya magre-reset sila. So we did say Harvey Gayoso tops again the league, and he is inactive now with 23 goals. Si Shimomura may 20 ngayon, he has 20. Finn McDaniel third place, also an inactive player, as they give this ball to Flores, but he couldn't meet it. Finn McDaniel with 17 goals, but their season's over already. Stallion Laguna played their 14 games already of the season, as Flores doesn't seem to be happy there. He's asking a bit for a bit of a correction, we could say, or an improvement in the way that ball is delivered o kung paano ibibigay sa kanya. But it's been the left wing that's busier, or the side that is closer to the grandstand, the left wing of Taguig, while it's the right for Manila Digger. At my warning, si Andres Aldeguer may foul. There's a look at Taiki Chahana, the fan favorite here of Manila Diggers community. And with his hard-nosed style of play and his commitment in the midfield, as there's a chance to whip in this early cross. Quincy Camrad on full alert here, because this is a dangerous opportunity. What will Chahana be able to pick out? As Aldeguer was on the receiving end of that. Dito sa kaliwa para sa Digger. But it's eventually collected by this well-experienced backline. Custodio. He played his high school football in LaSalle Green Hills. He was also a part of the Nomads Academy growing up. That's where he spent his formative days playing. Pero bilang attacking player, when I interviewed him in the early stages of his PFL career, as it was shaky there from Taher, Shraki gave it back. Mahmoud. This one looking quick, but Shraki didn't have a great first touch in linking up with Gragi. Aldeguer, at may foul na naman dito against them. Digger picking up some momentum. Oh, it was Nano who came up with the foul. Action's been very quick here. Well, going back again, Custodio's an attacking player. You look up to the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo growing up. Siguro iba na rin yung idol niya bilang central defender. Shraki, nahinang kakampi. Mahmoud Ali also has youth national team experience dito para sa Pilipinas. As Gragi took a fall, ran out of space. And it was great work from the team captain of Digger again in Minky Shin. Digger, as we know, a team with Chinese influence, with Joshua Ramos, as we know, or Ramos Long. He also suited up in their victory, actually. And that gained excitement from the fans at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. Shraki versus Sangchon John. And because of that Chinese influence of Digger, we could say naging East Asian, because they also have Korean players with the likes of Minky Shin. There's also Sangchon John. To add, may mga Japanese players din sila. As this was an unsuccessful find kay Ashley Flores na auto. There's Aldeguer and Shimomura up front, but Digger's back line contained them, but they switched it up. Groggy kay Amita. So we mentioned the Korean players of Digger. Pero may mga Japanese din with Koreyama and Jahana. And they also have Chinese nationals other than Shuosha. There is Meng Yang Liu. There's Meng Yang Liu and Su Diao. As they try to get it to Caliantes. But Darwin Regala seemed to find his bearing or footing in this game. As we say that Hiraishi plays it to Shimomura, the Japanese connection. Groggy. And the fouls against him there. We're hitting Major Dean Ebarle. Just 21 minutes into this game, and Taguig continue to have or hold a slim lead. Ito yung banggaan nga nila Grog at Ebarle. Dean Ebarle, 26 years of age. We saw him pictured earlier. As they couldn't play Giganto, nakuha ni Taher. Taher just gave us a candidate or a top goal with the way he flicked the ball into the back of the net versus DB Carelli. A highlight indeed there from the veteran. And he also got his hat trick in that game. Shock, nasa gitna. And things getting heated in this game bit by bit. Nano was hit from behind. And play will be resumed from the middle. But let's take a look here. Shraki got to link up with Amita. Minky Shin appearing to have gotten a bit of a knock there also. Now who knows if he is trying to plead his case with those actions. But here comes Shraki now. But this one, unable to find a teammate. Check din natin yung remaining matches of our squads. For Manila Digger, they are going to face bottom-ranked Manila Monte on July 13. They'll look to close out strong here against the winless Manila Monte, who have struggled this PFL season and have learned the tough way what it's like to play at the tough or at the highest level of Philippine football. Yung Taguig naman, on July 14, that will be the last match day of this season. Taguig and Tuloy FC will be squaring off. At kita natin yung possession, 32 to 68. Taguig and Coach Giovanni who have the higher figure at the moment. The negotiated tight space there. Subukan nila yung switch, but Daniel Ashley wants to persist on the right as Giganto couldn't reach this ball. It's a foot race now. Quincy. Well, he connect here, but we felt that ball was overhit. More importantly, they did not give it away cheaply. Cameron with his last stint with Kaya, and they did play in the AFC Champions League. Other than that, Quincy is part of that squad that won the Copa Paulino Alcantara. As this ball will go Taguig's way, Coach Pong Liman felt that it was theirs. Sa dilaw daw dapat yung Digger. Caliantes taking his sweet time. They're up again, but it's just a one-goal lead as Shiraki just goes through now. Breezes past almost the entire defense. Shiraki, like groggy, couldn't meet it. was a few steps late there. What a dangerous chance here that was set up by the former Bundesliga player. Shimomura was there also. One was in the middle. But Grog was at the back post. Couldn't reach it. Kuriyama will get this back into play. He got some decent distance. But there's no clean sheet here, sadly, for the goalkeeper of Manila Digger and his defense again. But given the way they've been racking up results despite conceding goals, you Manila Digger, if they can tighten up on defense, they're going to be a force even more. That's how delikado na nga sila kahit nagko-concede sila ng mga goal. Custodio to Gallantes. This ball was cleared well, but into the grandstand once more. A number of balls have been going to the grandstand as of late in our recent matches. We also did see Dylan De Broeke in attendance, actually. De Broeke, as we know, one of the PFL players who did play in the recent years. But he is not on any lineup, as far as I know. He's not in any lineup in the PFL this season. And Likai Shrock. Shrock just making that midfield his own, building on his performance versus UCFC. Naoto sa gitna. Aldeguer was asking for it, and it bounced off someone and went in. What an effort right here. An individual effort from Hiraishi, but you gotta credit it the gig teammates for being there. As their presence stretched the defense, they double their lead. They get the cushion. Let's look at it again here. Regala unsuccessful, but Naoto persisting. Couldn't see the deflection here, but maybe we will be able to take a look from this angle here. But nonetheless, it's a goal for Hiraishi. It may have come off of Ashley. And in that scenario, it's really tough for the keeper because you're reading the shot, but all of a sudden, then deflection sends the ball elsewhere as Groggy is starting to unleash himself now. Just showing that dangerous dribbling ability, just like Shraki has done so. Not just in this game, but day in, day out, game in, game out. Gallantes. Hawak nila yung momentum sa ngayon. Aldeguer couldn't take it. He was blocked. Chahana. Ali wanted to put some pressure. Kaya may konting botas sa likod. The defense anchored by Taher recovered quickly. And with that goal of Naoto Hiraishi, that is number 11 for him this season. And we have a six-way tie actually for fourth place in our goal scorer category with 11 goals each. There's Juan Galeana Trujillo of Stallion, Zamoranjo Hoatham of Cebu, Ariel Ingukam and Ricky Sendra of United City, Yusuke Onoki of Davao, and now kasama rin dun si Naoto Hiraishi. You are also catching the games on pfl.org.ph, Blast TV, Premier Football, and Premier Sports. This is Claro Manzano, your commentator for this game. Has it's been that type of day for Digger Kuriyama. His gloves appearing to be a little slippery, some loose handles. But it just went the other way now. It's been a tough day for Digger. But before they look forward to the weekend, it's important that they handle this game that's right in front of them. Nano's just trying to blow by Shiraki, keeping it forward for them. Regala taking a hit at Aldeguer. Aldeguer just packs up some height also. You see the hit there on the back from Regala. Andres Aldeguer at the age of 20 years old. So we are in the 30th minute, and we'd like to remind you that Star Polaris is the official match ball of the Philippines Football League. And it's seen the back of the net twice already in this game, and also a great number of times ngayong season. And yes, it's Dylan De Broeker, pero alam ko yung pronunciation. Dylan De Broeker. Here comes the service now. So si Dylan De Broeker yun, in attendance, just to clarify with the people. As the ball's still here now in the danger zone. Across. And it is no good right here. So close for Custodio in disbelief. Well, here's a look at that. Medyo gulo rito dahil sa set piece, kaya nasa kabila si Eric Gallantes. Handito si Custodio. Well, couldn't connect. He directed it the right way though. And it was shy of the near post for him. Shraki versus Chahana. They'll stretch the defense here as it's back with Quincy. And search is on here for their clean sheet. Taher kay Custodio. Now it's resumed, so we could say a digger. And some of the mistakes they made had to pay the price. These mistakes they may have gotten away with against the lower ranked teams. Pero kung one Taguig yung kalaban nyo, kahit bago sila, sabi nga natin, delikado itong koponan. And if we recall, the first goal of Shimomura was a chain of events as Groggy disrupted the build-up here in the midfield. Digger have had to chase a moving target in this game with the way it's not going in their direction. Nano kay Taher, less than 15 minutes until additional time in the first half. Aldeguer won this one for them. He loved that effort. Shraki, he'll try to blow by Shin. Well, they had to put it to the back, Camarade. Custodio. He had stints too with UCFC and ADT. Shimomura kay Nano. Also Shukasa Shimomura down to help. Just total football here from the looks of it. Mukhang nag-swap din yung mga fullback. Nang one Taguig si Gallantes nasa kanan or on the right side. Si Mahmoud Ali ngayon ang left back as we see there with the 92 jersey. Gallantes on the other side in his orange boots. Shin. Over to Groggy. You do not want to let him do this if you're the defense. As he gives in a cross. It was headed and out by Ashley. But he appears to have taken a tough fall. The Ghanaian defender shaken up, but here's another look at that play here. There were options. Nandun si Aldeguer at Hiraishi. When he's eventually up, and see Daniel Ashley Ito na ang corner kick muna kay Shraki. Kuriyama couldn't get his gloves to it. Taher! But denied by the back line. It was Dine Barle. But it still went Taher's direction. Nandun si Shin at Jahana. Barsanilla gave it over now here. Giganto. He's been silent in this game. He's been shut down. But Galliantes is showing us again his fine form. Here at Galliantes too, a veteran of the U22-23 setup. He also did get call-ups to the senior national team as Hiraishi. Give it over to Groggy. What a find here from the Japanese winger to Groggy, the Filipino-Swiss winger. A little shake and bake here. Groggy again, his father influenced him to play football, but he credits his mother for his speed. His Filipino mother, who is a palarong pambansa track and field athlete. And ito nangyari kaya may foul. At sa kabila naman yung free kick. Shraki standing up to this. An assist already here in this game. Is he going to pad his tally even more? A leader by a mile. He just picked up the pace in the month of June. As our colleagues say again, he likes to put the ball in a dangerous area. Shraki. Kuriyama couldn't get it, but Custodio was there again on the other end. Same goes for him. He had 2 chances already to score, but couldn't convert. And the goalkeeper not able to cover his quadrant. Also another player here who's been silent for Manila Digger is Pinheiro. It's his 2nd game back. Well, yes, it takes some time, of course, to find your form after injury. But he did get some good run also in that previous game of theirs, where he did get to score also. Check din natin yung mga leading scorers ng mga team natin. May 3-way tie sa Manila Digger with Pinheiro, Chahana, and John. 4 goals each. Giganto right behind with 3. Nakatatlo si Eric Giganto this season sa goals scored. Custodio is passed to him on the other side, a little loose. Quincy trying to provide an extra option. Nano, binigay dito kay Camarad. And we jump ship yung leading scorer. Sabi nga natin si Tsukasa Shimomura ng Taguig, yung number 2 overall sa ating liga with 20 now again, as we said. As Groggy appeared to get clipped. It's outside the box though. Well, he's still down. Daniel Ashley having a difficult day, and he gets booked with a yellow card. It hasn't been quite a day for the 30-year-old as he's having a chat with Dine Barle, his teammate in the back line. Referee Clifford Taipuyat with some vanishing spray here. There was that challenge that floored the Philippines U22 national team player, si Patrick Grog. Right behind Tsukasa Shimomura, just going back to our scorers. There's Naoto Hiraishi with 11 now. Kasama na yung goal niya kanina. While Andres Aldeguer has 5 of his own. But attacking options are all over the place here in this squad of Taguig again. Here comes a Shraki service again. Taher couldn't get this one on target. But the flag is up. This one was no good for him. Taguig haven't been able to put away some of their chances here. They've had a great number of them already. They could improve in converting. Fiesta lang siya dun. They'll build it up from the back, but you see the work rate from Sang John trying to put pressure on the back line. As Calyantes took a hit here from Regala, and the yellow card is out from referee Clifford Daipuyat. And there you go. It's eventually shown to him. Regala has been quite physical in this game. Kalangan natin naka-recover na siya because he had a slow start in this game, but there was the boot to the chest. There's confirmation once more. Oh, the card shown to Darwin Regala. Regala from Masbate. And he had a long stint with Stallion Laguna FC prior to making the move here to Manila Digger. As we do see Pinheiro, when it's Daniel Ashley who's down. Importantly, Manila Digger will need to recover. Ito nga yung near own goal. Kuriyama did stop, but because the way Digger were so deep, Taguig got to apply pressure. They got the ball to Shraki. He brought it into a dangerous area, or even a more dangerous area. So Kasa Shimura making it look easy there. That's what we were talking about earlier. A mistake made, commit a mistake against a top team, you'll pay the price. At medyo mahal yung penalty dito. Kasi nag-iisang goal yan. That's what made the game 1-0 behind Shimomura. And there's that opportunity to switch it up dito sa Digger. Sa kaliwa naman daw. Oh, but they were quite slow in moving the ball. But they can also operate in tight space. Giganto once put in as Quincy gets the save here. It's a shot from the veteran, but a routine save from Camarad. Giganto just trying to test the keeper. And that turns out as a shot here. It is match day number 30 in the Philippines Football League. And Digger, that was just the first shot, in fact. It's been a tough game for them. And it's a foot race now with this long ball that was played over the top. Hiraishi contra Regala. Regala trying to use his physicality again, pero nakadilaw siya ulit, and he gets whistled once more. We already gave away the Suki nickname to Junior Mahili for his ability to score for Maharlika. But Darwin Regala has been a regular customer of referee Clifford Daipuyat in this game. What else does Coach Pong Liman have up his sleeve here? But let's see. And here comes another ball. Kuroyama punched it out, playing safe. Giganto Gada, but Nano Amita was there. Former teammates again with FEU, and Kai Ashimomura makes it 3, pero offside daw dito. The flag is up. Manila Digger escaping. Well, you see again who came away with that. There was Shraki who gave it over to Taher. Pero dito sa kabila now, Digger desperate for offense. Chahana taking it. It came off a man here. And the defense doing its job as referee Clifford Daipuyat points to the corner. And this is a second corner kick here for the squad of Coach Pong Liman. What will they do again to bounce back in this game? They've done so already over the course of the season. And because of the tough moments that they had, they've got to build their character and win again in difficult scenarios. As we do see Minky Shin again, the Korean. And we want to give a shout out to our photographer on the right in the frame here. One of our hardworking photographers. It's Pampuri. as this corner was just wasted here, as Nano Amita brought it up the field. And a clear foul, pretty much a last man stop, a duty foul. It's given up by Pinheiro. Yellows have been given out already. As we have additional time, and this is the foul committed by Pinheiro. Well, that's 4 yellow cards already given to Manila Digger. Nasa first half pa lang tayo. It's been that type of day because they haven't really been able to stop One Taguig. One Taguig, on the other hand, we could say need to be or can be more clinical in finishing. They put 5 shots on target. Or when we look at it, they've racked up 9 shots with 5 of them on target. 5 shots on target leading to 2 goals, but a number of them were sitters as it's Grog now. And Barsanilla solid as ever there. Chahana takes a shove from behind, and it's Aldeguer, the culprit. But it hasn't been the day here for the fan favorite. When Taiki Chahana, the Japanese midfielder, has had quite a day in a difficult perspective. And it's been Stefan Schrack controlling this midfield here, along with the team effort of One Taguig FC. And Taguig again are missing the services of Kevin Ingreso, as he was shown a straight red card last game. He was unhappy with the non-call and was booked for his offense. As Taher got the stop here, Hiraishi will try to clean up the garbage. Clean up the garbage because you want to avoid rebounds. Yung rebounds, madalas nagiging regalo for the other team to score on the other end. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. It's the halftime whistle. One Taguig FC have been dominating this game. And Tsukasa Shimomura gave us the opener again. He almost made it 3-0. He did score, but that second one for him, or the third supposedly for One Taguig, was offside. But the mission or the job's not done here. Now to Hiraishi. Also doubled the lead for them in the 28th minute. And as of now, of course, or we'll see how the teams will be able to make their respective adjustments. One Taguig out to finish strong. Manila Digger have to dig themselves out of another hole. They've done it in previous occasions this season. And we'll find out in the next 45 minutes if they'll be able to do so. But here's the highlights and statistics to keep you company. And we'll be back after a break, so don't you go away.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
We bring the continuing coverage of Philippines Football League action between Manila Digger FC and Taguig FC in this midweek mid-table clash as we come to you from the historic Rizal Memorial Stadium, and we do see the Japanese dynamic duo of Taguig FC delivered early in the game. But from the get-go, we did see Taguig start out strong, and they punished Manila Digger for a mistake that we see right here. Wala namang own goal dito because Kuriyama stopped it, but because they are very deep, Stefan Schrock brought the ball into an even more dangerous area. Their backline low, so Kasa Shimomura scored in the 6th minute very early in a game that's been very physical. Manila Digger with a handful of cards already, as we'll take you through the stats. It hasn't been the day of Daiki Jahana, the Japanese midfielder here of Digger. But a number of fouls were given up, but Shraki continued to put the ball in dangerous areas. As we see, although they did not get to connect. And here is Naoto Hiraishi scoring off his hard work, refusing to give up on the play here. And Koroyama couldn't stop that. 2-0 in the 28th minute. That was the last goal of the first half, but Custodio had a pair of close chances actually in this game, but couldn't put it away. He couldn't bring back that striker's instinct in him because, again, that's where he started out. Tahir and company also tried to get involved, but so far so good on defense here for the squad of Coach Giovanni Villagracia, as Coach Pong Liman's crew have their work cut out. Patrick Grog took a fall there, pero walang penalty. It was outside, as we see here. But it's been that difficult day here for Digger. They sit right below Taguig FC, but Taguig, with his very experienced crew, as we know, despite of them being a new team, and the numbers do not lie here. 4 yellow cards given out, just one shot for Digger. It was Eric Giganto who took a shot in hopes of testing former teammate Quincy Camarad from the middle. But Camarad saved that easily. And we'd like to remind you that we are powered by 8 Cuts Burgers. And while you're at it, it's the perfect combination again. Go all out. Don't just get your onion rings. Go for your burgers. And thank you again to 8 Cuts Burgers for supporting local football and the Philippines Football League. They are our official catering partner.
For Taguig FC, player number 10, Patrick Russell Robb, replaced by player number 11, Yannick Tuason.
There you go, one change each for the two teams. We did see Daniel Ashley get replaced by Jimson Cristal. While on the other hand, for Taguig, Patrick Grog was replaced by Yannick Tuason. It's one attacker out, one attacker in for Taguig, while it is it's a change of defenders here for Manila Digger and Coach Pong Liman. And they may have reverted to a 4-4-2 formation from what we are seeing. It's Eric Giganto and Ashley Flores, Jim Ashley Flores up front here. But it is, or let's see how Taguig will manage the game now. Although Kai are the champions already, they won the title with a game to spare. They do, of course, or these teams want to end the season strong. And let's assess, of course, we did mention earlier that Digger, if they win this game and the match next weekend, they could realistically finish in 6th place. They could also finish in 5th mathematically, as this ball was put in a dangerous area by Calyantes. But it hit the side net and goal kick dito para kay Kuriyama. But goal difference of United City make them or put them at an advantage over Manila Digger if they want to chase that spot. You know, Taguig naman, can also get a maximum of 6 points, including the game here, as Nano binigay kay Galliantes. Still Yerick taking it. Off again, but because there was a stop, or it was last touch by Manila. But Yerick Galliantes, guns blazing in the second half. And it's a perfect start for him here. Or it could be a perfect start. And they get a goal. With the gig again, they could finish as high as 4th place. But some results will have to go their way. So just rack up the points here in that perspective. As this one came close. Set pieces, crosses, always dangerous when it's Rocky at the helm. Because there was that stop here from Digger. By the skin of their teeth, they've been shaky in defense. Pero sa kabila, si Yannick Tuason daw. As Koriyama got it again, playing safe, just knocked it out. Giganto to Flores. A collision here between Flores and Ali. It was Mahmoud Ali who was fouled. Or Mahmoud Ali committed the foul. They just changed up their formation here, it seems, or set up yung Manila Digger. Mickey Shin is at the back. Yung team captain nila na central midfielder. Playing defense now. We do see players who are versatile and capable of playing several positions. But they changed their formation from the looks of it. Because Eric Giganto is up front now. But Eric Giganto, of course, can play various positions. And he's done it at a high level again. As Ebarre gave a cross here. It was off of Custodio. But it's not out of the danger. Giganto. And you stopped there when they were keeping the energy high. That's why Taiki Jahana got it here. Cristal, he gave a dangerous cross earlier. Sanction John from distance. Off of Tahir's head. It was a hard knock. Or it went when he's holding on to his rib cage from the looks of it. Well, that's excellent defense here from Taguig. It was better defense. But this was promising from Digger, but again, stopped again by the better effort. And appeared to hit the wing of the hair. When the veteran Iranian defender is back and okay. As Pinheiro gives an outswinger. This one appeared to come off a Digger. Giganto. Fantastic stuff here. He couldn't do it twice. Tuason running into Cristal. And of course, we understand why, because he delayed that. And just rounding Yannick Tuason here when Mahmoud Ali was there to get the job done. And they'll carry on their progress now. And yes, it's a potential 4-4. It looks like a 4-4-2 here for the squad now of Coach Pong as he nervously looks on off camera. Tahir. Galliantes was trying to play narrow. Shin sends it back. But power here a little questionable. Kurayama mishit this one. On Mahmoud Ali trying to capitalize, but Cristal was there with his presence. Or Cristal's presence made it a bit difficult. When it's on to the other side. Now Auto, the cross. Shimomura. Still Tsukasa. He takes a fall, but it's not. It doesn't seem enough there to get what he wanted. Not all falls, of course, warrant penalties. Well, there was Shin. It was Korea versus Japan there. Si Shin, yung taga-Korea, yung team captain nila, si Shimomura, taga-Japan. Now we'll be having a throw in. They take it long here. Promising. Mula kay Custodio. Kuriyama again. Shaky. But just gets the job done here. It's tough to move forward in confidence. If your goalkeeper is shaky at the back or isn't on his best day. Goalkeepers, as we know, always need to be on their best day. Taher, you see Digger staying compact and eventually making runs from time to time, as we see here. Quincy, and there's Ashley Flores. If that press was synchronized, of course, and they were in the same page as Flores, the ball from Kamrad could have potentially been intercepted, but Kamrad, being an experienced goalkeeper, knows what he's doing. Shraki. Wide to Hiraishi. He does well to keep it in. Hiraishi versus Regala. Regala on a card again. Parsanilla, the stop. And it's cleared, but it goes to the wrong man. Shraki. Right side this time. The clearance went to Nano. Nano to Tuason! But it came off the post from the looks of it. Tuason had an angle and says sorry there. He gives us apologies. You see Barley's clearance went to Nano, but Tuason had an angle to pull the trigger. And again, it's this midweek, mid-table clash in the Philippines Football League between number 6, Taguig, and number 7, Manila Digger. Taguig will move up to 5th place with this win. And they'll enter with a slight advantage heading into the final match weekend. As it's Rocky in the middle now. So Casa couldn't get it. Because Darwin Regala was there, but Truck imposing his presence and quality again, as we know, just messing with his man. Custodio, Ali asking for it. Aldeguer in the middle. Mahmoud Ali hit it out wide to Tuason, but we saw there was too much power on that ball here. Kaya nagsorry si Mahmoud Ali kay Yannick Tuason. Chahana to Pinheiro. Custodio stops this one, but you have to credit where it's been tough for Flores. We have to credit him for his work ethic and our work rate. And he's been left on an island here. When the way Taguig have just controlled this game, and we do see movement on the bench or in the technical area. It looks like Salifu Big Boy Jata is going to enter. Will he change the game again? Because he stands at 6'3.5". And he's a very agile player and is skilled at his height. Will this be the game changer for Coach Pong as he's going to roll the dice? Barle, sabi ni Shin, dito daw, ibalik sa goalkeeper. Kuriyama. It's over on the other side. Barsanilla was on the other side. He's been shifted from center back. Giganto. Pinheiro over to Regala. Well, Barsanilla, check that is the partner of Shin. Shaki will try to bring it up. But safe to say, for Manila Digger, if this result sticks, they pretty much clinched 7th place already with 21 points. Because below them, they have a 5-point clearance with Loyola FC and Maharlika Taguig, who sit in 8th and 9th place. As they gotta stop here, they'll try to convert defense to offense, but Cristal got dispossessed by Ali. and gets fouled there. Some people calling for a yellow with the over physicality. Or with too much physicality. It's not gonna hear. Because he was far from the ball and held on to his man. Well, we do see it's Jim Ashley Flores stepping off, and in comes Salifu Big Boy Jata. He knows the drill, of course. Well, Ashley Flores calls it a day, unfortunately. And he heads straight to the dugout. And this one will be resumed at the back. So Jata again, a foreign player. Let's just play back now. Jata will play the target man role. Taher and Custodio are already tall players by center back standards. And what more with Jata? This one being cycled at the back. And based on his profile, Jata's citizenship with Gambia in the United States. And he's 28 years of age. As it's with Eric Gallantes again on the left. And place it back here and doesn't cross, given there's defensive coverage on him. And we're looking at a foul here. Regala again has to be careful. The look at his face just says it all. Just says it all because they trail 2-0 and he's picked up a yellow card. But other than his stint in the United States, well, when we're referring to Jata, but first we'll deal with this set piece. Koreyama has stepped up or has risen up to the occasion. He plays it long to Jata. Wins it as he's up against Gallantes. And it's a foul going their way. Some impact here from Salifu Jata. And we'd like to remind you that Star Polaris is the official match ball of the Philippines Football League. But it looks like they're going to play this one short. So they're hoping to break the Taguig defense. And they haven't been able to crack yet today. But there's still time, of course. Less than 30 minutes remaining, or there's still 30 minutes remaining. But will it be that time of frustration if they can't find the back of the net after searching? Shraki has sent this one back with his technique. Canto got it back. Digger needs some time on the ball here. What is tough with the way Taguig have just been pressing in sync as we see here. Shraki in the middle. Aldeguer was on the ground. Barcenilia, former teammates in the Ascals development team. But there's Daiki Jahana. They need to see that if Digger want to get back into the game. But they couldn't play Big Boy Jata because Gallantes came up with a slide. Taher. Again, we said previously, and he had stints in the UFL also back in the day. Custodio to Aldeguer. Shraki versus Jahana. Shraki has won that matchup so far in this game. And he'll try to keep it that way as it's Tuason with a Barley on him. There's Cristal to support Mahmoud Ali supporting in the attack. And it looks like it's another denial here from the keeper. A close one here. or the right back. Mahmoud Ali also trying to get forward. We often see him stay at the back just to support with defense. But hey, why not? They're up 2-0. And he'd like to join the offensive effort. And that could have been his first goal of the campaign. And would have been a perfect one because it would be a dagger to seal the 3 points. For our new viewers again, teams add 3 points to the standings as long as they win. Kahit 1-0 ang score dun. As Rocky gives it another corner. And here's a call that goes Digger's way. So now they'll try to organize themselves here. As we see our corner kicks, it's 3-5. Taguig did not score their goals of set pieces though. But it allows him to keep up the pressure. But if they can get a goal here, of course, it's not if, but they need their goals for cushion. The next goal, the most important one, a goal for Taguig. Taguig seals the game. A goal from Digger opens this game. Tuason, Ali getting hit by a high boot from the looks of it, as John is shown a yellow from our referee Clifford Daipuyat. Simpson Cristal just checking here. But you love the sportsmanship again between the players. The respect that they have for one another. Here's a look as Tuason got it. Well, there was the boot, it seems, from Sanction John. And Digger have been piling up the yellows here. And when we say yellow, it's yellow cards. Should any of their players pick up a second yellow in this afternoon or in this game, they'll be sent off. And they'll dig themselves into an even deeper hole. As Rocky looks on here. It's been that script. Free kick after free kick. They've been dangerous. And they still haven't been able to convert in that aspect. Their goals have been in open play. Amita. Taguig will try to reorganize because they got their center backs forward in Tahir, in Custodio, in hopes of using their aerial ability. Caliantes, nagmamadali. Gets it to Aldeguer, who flicked it back. They're not on the same page though, but the flag was up already here. And this wouldn't count if it found the back of the net. Machimo Mura once more. He said again, he's in second place in the Golden Boot category, or the top scorer category. He trails Harvey Gayoso by 3. But Gayoso again will not feature in the next match of Kayas. He was given his goodbye. He's set to transfer to another team as it was announced. In that game between Kaya and Davao Aguilas Yumak, Taisuke Sato also posted a cryptic message with the last dance hashtag. Is that going to be his last game too? Or does he refer to the final stretch of the season or so? Because Davao still have one more game to play this season, and it will be this weekend. Just follow our social media channels at We Are PFL for more information. But now that we are talking about transfers, from what we've seen also online, it seems that Manila Monte do not seem keen on releasing Lord Jones, or Lord Mark James Jones, as we are seeing that he's set to move to another team because the transfer window opened, in fact. As it's clever play here from Nano at the back. And confident too. You love the confidence they show in their goalkeeper, Quincy Camarad. So again, some social media activity in regards to this transfer of Jones as he is seeking a release from his team Manila Monte. As Shimomura clipped John here by accident. Jahana had some space. Now to Giganto. John, that central midfield role. And want the gig are compact. Shimomura versus Shin. Barsanilla let it by. It's over. He wants to get it to Regala. Regala playing Giganto through versus Tahir. Can Giganto keep it? But there was just too much trouble there for Giganto, and he couldn't get it for them. Still 2-0. Want the gig again. Got their goals behind Shimomura and Naoto Hiraishi. So Kasa Shimomura gave us the opener in the 6th minute. Hiraishi scored in the 28th. But the gig haven't been clinical in finishing. They were not able to put away their scoring chances. As we see some frustration from the front line of Digger because there was that hole and Truckee just went through. Because Quincy Camarad was under some potential pressure from Digger. Shraki. Hiraishi to Galiantes. Up against Jahana. Lobs this one. But they weren't able to capitalize. Nakuha ni Kuriyama. Kuriyama, the Japanese goalkeeper. And a big shout out, of course, to our friends catching the stream here online also on our social media platforms. As Giganto wasn't on that wavelength of Jimson Cristal. But hey, looks like there was a hit. Things getting heated once more. Digger need a goal again to get back into this one. Well, there's a tough hit taken at Stefan Schrock. Well, here comes a double change. It looks like Shimomura is one of the players stepping off. Well, we do see Josh Dotosme will enter the game along with Izu El Habib. Well, Naoto Hiraishi and Tsukasa Shimomura will step off. The Japanese dynamic duo will call it a day after 71 minutes. Izu El Habib will try to get them that dagger. As it's over to Tuason. Tuason also entered earlier as a sub as he couldn't frame the shot here. And you are catching the games at pfl.org.ph, Blast TV, Premier Football, and Premier Sports. This is Clara Manzano, your commentator for this game. It's Taguig FC versus Manila Digger FC. Taguig in their all-white uniforms. Nakaputi sila. Yung Manila Digger nakadilaw at itim. As Cristal looking on. Got to thread the needle to Giganto. Jata came off a defender from the looks of it. And they did enough to neutralize the stop. And there's a slight improvement from Digger, but they need to get the score on the scoreboard to justify it. And you see that's slow game management again. Dutosmin will help out in the middle. Shraki, from the looks of it, has been moved to the wing. No Kevin Ingreso again for Taguig because he was given a straight red card in their last game versus UCFC. They were down 2-1 but salvaged the draw. It didn't help them in the rankings though, or in the standings. Well, you'll take a point. Stefan Track just manned the midfield for them as they hustled hard. And he was named man of the match in that performance or in that game. Taher just skying this ball. As it went into the bleachers. Libre po manood sa bleachers, by the way. And did see a friend say, nakahawak din siya ng bola dahil nanonood siya sa bleachers. Nakahawak. So, he did return it, of course. As it's back here. Taguig again, when his impending result will improve to 28 points. A win could get them, a win here and in the weekend can get them as high as 4th place. It's 7 wins, 4 draws, and 1 loss for one Taguig, while Manila Digger sit with 7 wins and 5 losses. A loss here today makes it number 6 for them. But they're well in the top 10 again in hopes of being retained in the top tier of the PFL. Here's a fall of Giganto and wasn't whistled. Play on according to the referee. Shraki versus Pinheiro. Just bursting with speed now. El Habib. El Habib was the danger man in the UFL back in the day. When it eventually became Shraki and transitioned into the Philippines Football League era. Pero mukhang offside down tawag dun sa kabila. Those guys not happy with that. The time continues to tick here. Taguig burning the clock, not giving any opportunities or momentum to Digger. Who have had to claw their way back again. Let's also check the assists category while we are at it. But first, we have a double substitution. We do see Su Diao of China about to enter for Manila Digger, along with Eric Manlapas. While the players stepping off are Earl Chapet Pinheiro and Sanction John. It's the main guns being taken out here. It looks like they'll try to bring out their options, but again, Digger secured 7th place this season at the least, even if they lose their next game. But you want to finish strong again because this is your build-up sa susunod na season. So their subs exited the pitch on the other end in hopes of saving time here because they are chasing the game. As is it Koroyama, but they're struggling to find options. As we saw Mahmoud Ali just take advantage of the space and not one of the best balls out there that were balls distributed out there. Taher, a probing run from Big Boy Jata. He did make an impact quickly as he Jata. But eventually, Taguig just continued to control the game. Cristal, Jata. They're unable to floor him, but they dispossessed him. Ashraki took a hit here from Jata himself, who meant to play for the ball. Here was Jata going up against Nano, also one of the smallest players in the league. I'm not so sure if Rocky was hit there, but the way Jata sent his apologies, it was highly likely, and referee Clifford Daipuyat had the vantage point there again. And is also an experienced referee with international experience. Well, let's take a look at the assists category. Again, Shraki leads outright as they take a shot here that was saved by Camarad. Camarad again, familiar with Giganto. Shraki's assist tally now up to 16 at the least, because he did find Tsukasa Shimomura for the first goal of the game. And Tahir got everyone scared there. Just let it get over to Quincy Camarad, who gave us a well-controlled ball, but it didn't find a teammate. But right behind Shraki in assists, 4-1 Taguig. Yannick Tuason has 6 and is in the game. Grog has 4. But Groggy again was subbed off at halftime. Pero kung lilipat tayo sa Manila Digger, Eric Giganto and Sanction John have 3 assists each. And they are their leaders. Regala gives it back to Koreyama. We see Taguig just move up again in unison. But in this scenario, it stays with them. Cristal, he was loose. I think he was asking for a call there. But there's no call as Nano gets stripped this time around. We said again earlier, the next goal, the most important one, it was Eric Giganto who floored or tripped Nano Amita. And to again go way back. College days, university days. And they were teammates for a very long time with Kaya FC Iloilo. Oh, but it looks like Nano's laces got untied, and that's where Giganto, or that's what Giganto stepped on. And definitely accidental. Shraki sliced the defense, but no teammate on the right wing. It seemed like Yannick Tuason was telling Easy to get forward also, because Tuason would go on the wing to cover that space. But just to clarify, bola ng Taguig dito. Lamang sila 2-0 versus Digger. Minky Shin. He's their central midfielder again, but he was moved to the back. At halftime, we saw Manila Digger shift to a 4-4-2 formation. Shin, Ibarle, to Giganto. Things looking promising here for Digger. Cristal out wide to stretch the defense. They tried to go for Big Boy Jata, but Tahir was there. And Tahir also decently matches up to Jata in height too. Well, let's try to take a look at the exact figure. How tall he is. It's in meters, of course, so we'll convert it. Caliantes to Shraki. Based on my math, the hair also stands at about 6 feet. He's at 73 inches. As Mahmoud Ali got his ball intercepted by Cristal. And it's a foot race here. Well, it looks like there was an arm swung. All right, we got our conversion sorted out. Well, there was a foul here again. It was between Aldeguer and Eric Manlapas. Eric Manlapas also entered the game. Well, it's been controlled from Taguig, but the scoreline here, they're unable to create separation. Digger's defense did eventually hold on, but after getting a 2-0 hole. So Taher stands at 6'1". There you go. Well, Salifu Jata, it's at 6'3.5". But this one has them tracking back now. It was looking dangerous initially, but Galeante's there again. He's been consistent with the One Taguig, and now the One Taguig fans applauding that. And a long ball over the top. It's a foot race. Koroyama seemed to hesitate at first, but Parsanilla had his former Ascal's development teammate covered there in Andres Aldeguer. As Taher chested this one down, Dutosme over to the wing to make for safety. Shraki versus Regala. We've seen this matchup also before. And Shraki has had to lift a heavier load as there's passing at the back here. Kamrad again has been composed. No doubts with his technical ability. That's why they're doing that. They have confidence when they move forward with him. And there's also their towering center backs in Custodio and Zabihi Taher. Aldeguer. Referee Clifford Daipuyat said play on. It's with Big Boy Jata. But it is a foot race now. Giganto Jata. But it came off of Dutosme. What a close shave here. But Quincy Camarad secured that. Nano surveying. Ali. Tuason, it stays with him. Izu, Minky Shin, got it for them. And some potential changes are set also for Manila Digger. Hakeem Dalam, from the looks of it, is at the 4th official stable already. Well, the sub will only be finalized once the player steps on the pitch and goes past the touchline. Shin kay Barcinilla, susubukan nila yung kabila. So the sub lining up now. So again, it's Dalam checking in. And Eric Giganto will step off. Looks like they'll be out to give some experience to Dalam again, who was with the ADT, also the Ascal's development team. As Jahana takes this, but it was no good. But it's a corner kick. The Gig got the stop here. But Giganto laid it off well to the midfielder, but we couldn't see the contact. It was too fast. And nonetheless, it's a corner kick. Digger will be making the change after, as they opted to play it short here. Coach Pong telling them to get into the box and pack their numbers. But here comes Shraki now. Digger exposed at the back. They have to get back quickly. Sanmar Barcinilla up against his former playing coach. Rocky. Oh, that was lovely. Pati ako nahilo dun. Aldeguer, will he get past Regala? Regala, we know, is tough to beat. He got his bearings in this game. Jahana to Shin. Cristal. Back to Jahana. There's 6 again as he gives this ball. Taher is in pain here. He may have taken a knock to the face, but here comes Aldeguer. He got past the keeper, but he lost his angle. Izu, but it came off. A defender. It appears to be Barsanilla. Aldeguer is also down. Same goes for Taher. It appeared to be a hit to the face dito kay Taher. That's why it's a cause of concern. Aldeguer also earlier while attacking. We'll also have our sub while we're at it. And it's Dalam in again and Giganto out. A tough day at the office for Eric Giganto. Well, still you love it, of course, as he showed his appreciation to their supporters. But here is the last spell where Aldeguer came close. He also got hurt here from what we saw. But it appears that it was on his own. Just from what I saw here. It seemed like it also, as he just went down in pain. Not so sure if there was a knock from Koriyama as he was trying to close out the angles there and go for the ball. But Taher's up and okay. It seemed to be a brush dito kay Taher, the Iranian. But Aldeguer is slow to get off. Well, it looks like the change with Begandom checking in is for Andres Aldeguer. We'll try to wait and see here. So we do have 4 minutes of additional time as confirmed by fourth official Segundo Saluria III. As Begandom still lines up. Aldeguer, it seems, will be the man stepping off for Milad Begandom. Because Aldeguer went back to their bench already. Taguig down to 10 players for the moment. But this result here seems set already. Digger could possibly spoil the clean sheet, but you see the frustration. Jata couldn't intercept that Kamrad ball to Shraki. And he was pretty much got to anticipate it mentally. As Custodio trying to make a play. Sheen that needs them a little exposed at the back. That's why they're opting here for Tuason. And that's why Izu has space now. Janmar Barsanilla. It's still Izu. Izu. And it is the dagger. Izu El Habib. Turn back the clock. Clockwork play and effort from one Taguig as he gets right here from Taher, who was also his teammate back in the day. And let's look at it again right here. Naiwan si Shin earlier, that's why kulang sila sa depensa, and Izu El Habib sent it into the back for another goal. Izu El Habib already on the score sheet this season. There's always a joy, of course, in finding a goal.
Substitution for Taguig FC. Player number 13, Andres Rafael Aldeguer, replaced by player number 89, Milad Begandom.
Shin versus El Habib. El Habib got the better of that matchup, or Taguig did as a team. And again, this is the lone fixture of the day. In attendance also is Coach Tom St. Feet and his staff. El Habib is not his first time to get in the score sheet, as we know. And this result pretty much set already. And Habib also fired a brace versus Maharlika Taguig. So let's look back at our records. El Habib scored a brace against Carelli and Maharlika Taguig. And then there's his goal here. A decisive one. Because it is the dagger. It's the onion ring on top again, actually. Because it's the Philippines Football League, right? As we know, that's what our fans love. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. It is the full-time whistle from referee Clifford Daipuyat. And actually, Izuel Habib just racked up his 6th goal of the season because he scored a brace against Maharlika and Garelli. He picked up a goal versus Philippine Air Force. That's 5. That pushes him to 6 goals because of this one now. And with that, actually, he does improve. He becomes the team's 3rd leading scorer. Talk about turning back the clock, because in order, it's Tsukasa Shimomura, Naoto Hiraishi, and then right behind is Izu El Habib. But there's confirmation sa score natin. Tsukasa Shimomura gave us the opener in the 6th minute. And Naoto Hiraishi doubled the lead in the 28th minute. And then Izu El Habib secured it and sealed the deal with his late goal. The dagger, a Manila Digger. And their defense did get to recover, but our moment man of the match is Stefan Schrock. He just manned the midfield here, and he racked up at least an assist in this affair. But we'll take a look at it right here. No, check that. It is 2 assists here for Schrocky, our moment man of the match. And continues to lead the said category by a great amount, because he entered the game with 15 assists, but thanks to his 2 today, he pushes his season tally to 17. Schrocky has picked up awards again. In his time in the PFL, he's won titles. He's won Golden Ball Awards, the equivalent sa MVP. But the mission's not done again, because they still have another match to play this weekend. But they do have some turnaround time, because they'll have 2 to 3 days of preparation. But we see with the standings again, Taguig improved to 5th place. They lead United City FC by a point thanks to the result here over Manila Digger, who did show some signs of promise in build-up but couldn't quite get on the score. But we have confirmation again right here. It's 3-0, so Kasha Shimomura, Hiraishi, El Habib are your goal scorers. But it's 3 goals, 3 different goal scorers. But Coach Pong Liman and company will regroup, and they will be facing bottom-ranked Manila Monte, and they'll try to seal the deal or finish the season with a bang. As teams are locked in again, because there's still the weekend fixtures, but we'll call it a day right here, as we'll take you through the highlights. But that does it for this coverage of your Philippines Football League action between Manila Digger FC and Taguig FC. It's 3-0 again for Taguig over Digger. But we'll catch you in the weekend again, ladies and gentlemen. A big thank you on behalf of Director Iko de Guzman, our hard-working team, cameramen, producers, floor directors, technical team, graphics operators. This was Clara Mazzano, your commentator for this game, and we'll catch you this weekend.
Trying to put me down on the ground, but I always be jealous 'cause I'm the right